We're recording? All right. So today is Sunday. What the 16th, 17th, somewhere around there. Sunday. And I just got out of church. Be honest with y'all, I didn't want to go. I didn't. I wanted to sleep in and all that. I'll be honest, I got to church late. Like most of us probably do, and some of us probably don't do, is get to church late. Anywho, I'm glad I went because those days or those moments where you don't feel like going and, the word hits you a little bit different than it usually does. When you're going through something, feeling some type of way, the Spirit is on you and correction and everything else. Y'all know those days, those moments, and today was one of those days, man, where I'm like, you've been on yourself about giving more to God and doing more and trying to get used to being in your uncomfortable zone, because as most of us know, being comfortable in God, it usually isn't going to get you nowhere. You know what I mean? By the way, I'm getting gas, so I decided to make a little short video or whatnot about how I feel and, what I've been thinking to myself and how God has been, maneuvering in my spirit. Try not to move this camera around too much or this phone around too much, but today was one of those days where it hit me. And my preacher was and I thank God for my preacher. I'm blessed and glad that he's anointed because if he weren't, then the message wouldn't come across and wouldn't hit how it should. You know what I mean? But I'm glad it did, and I'm glad he's obedient to the word. As far as I'm concerned, he is. You know what I mean? I can't say that, behind closed doors and all that. But anyway, today was one of those days or one of those moments to where it's like it hit. And, it was one of those friendly reminders from the Lord that this ain't going to be this is not going to be a walk in the park. Like being not just a Christian, but a follower, a man or a woman of God, it doesn't come easy. This is every single day, every single moment, every single hour. It's not easy. It's not gonna ever be easy, but it's worth it. You know what I mean? Because He's saved us, all of us, from ourselves. In the wicked world. We just have to be obedient and do what God has called us to do, which we all know is hard, it's difficult, it's it's all those things. But at the end of the day, it's worth it. The calling for our lives is worth it if we submit ourselves. Now, like most people make videos and all that, the first thing we say or first thing they say is, I'm not perfect. Well, scratch that. I really don't like saying that because we know that. You know what I'm saying? We know that. We know that we're not perfect. There's only one perfect, and that's the Lord. But, sometimes we make that excuse of, I'm not perfect, and I'm not perfect is the same thing as saying, but, I'm not perfect, but no, there's no buts. Like there is, we got to get it together. And when you have to get it together, you will get it together. You know what I mean? Like, we know this. Just like most of us, like myself, there's me being the man of my household, I know what I should be doing, or I know what I ought to be doing. But do I do it? No. Be honest with you, I don't. Praying over my family every night. Do I do it? I don't. Do I pray for them? Yes, for sure. Do I pray over them while they sleep? Not as often as I should. You know what I mean? Do I spread the good word of the gospel of Jesus Christ? No, I don't. I do when it's like-minded people. You know what I mean? But we supposed to be uncomfortable and insert that knowledge to the people in the world, whether they receive it and accept it or not. Do I do that? Not at all. I don't. Do I often feel guilty about it? Of course I do. And my goal and my prayer is that he put me in the path, or put me in the presence of people that I can be receiving to. Will that happen? Probably not often, if not at all. But I have to accept that and move in that spirit anyway. But anyway, man, I just want to say that though this is not easy, it is always worth it. You dig what I'm saying? It is always worth it. I know I need to work on it. You know what I'm saying? Because God is going to always take 2 steps if we take 1. You know, and so on and so forth. Always. But anyway, man, I just want to say to my folks out there, man, stay encouraged. And when you feel the spirit, when God drops something in your heart, in your mind to move a certain way, you know, just try your best to move that way. Because it's not a coincidence that he dropped whatever in your heart, whatever in your spirit. It's not a coincidence. So when that happens, move with it. You know what I mean? I'm not just saying it just to be saying it, because I'm saying it to myself as well. When it drops, move in it. You know what I mean? Like, move in that spirit. When God tells you to call somebody, call somebody. When God tells you to text somebody, text somebody. When even if it's a random clip of something that you've been going through and it hits you, like, accept that. Accept conviction, because we need conviction in our lives to correct us. Conviction is correction, and the Spirit corrects us, you know, when we're wrong. You know what I mean? So just a food for thought, a little message. You know, I'm not holier than thou. I'm not a none of that. I'm just, it hit me today. It hit me today. So I thought I'd post or do a video and share it with y'all. So love, stay blessed.